that could not let Egypt and the things of Egypt go, they died in the wilderness. You say, what are you saying, preacher? I'm saying to you that God is saying to us that he wants his sons and his daughters to rise up and to let the things of the world go. They were caught up in the idolatry that was a part of Egypt. They were caught up in the worship. They had gotten caught up in the traditions. Egypt being symbolic of the world. Many of God's people that are saved today having different things of the world go. God says that there ought to be a difference between holy and unholy. There ought to be a difference between righteous and unrighteous. There ought to be a difference between saved and unsaved. You can't come into the church and bring the things of the world in the church. Your wilderness experience, God uses that to determine if he can trust you. He uses that to see if in the midst of adversity, if in the midst of your trials and your tests, that you will trust him. He uses our experience to see if we will endure hardness as a good soldier. He uses our wilderness experience to see if we will lay aside every weight and the sin that doth so easily beset us. He uses our wilderness experience to see if we would come out from among them and be ye separate, saith the Lord. Trust you. Listen here. I want you to see something here. How God used water as a defining point in the life of Israel, even in the life of Christ. When he set the children of Israel free, he took them across the Red Sea. And when they got across the Red Sea, they found themselves in the wilderness. Now, many Bible scholars say that Israel journeyed from where they were to the promised land. I've heard some say 3 days, 3 months, but certainly a lot less than 40 years. But God allowed them to wander in the wilderness because he needed to do a purification. You say, well, Pastor, why am I wandering in the wilderness? Because God wants to do a purification in your life. He brought them after everything that had died out, that refused to accept him and to do what he wanted them to do. Then he